Alrighty. Didn't want to do this stream as well. 3 hours after I originally wanted to do it. Not ideal. Five 12 a.m. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. here. I wanted to do this at 7 a.m. but yeah, didn't sleep the best last night. No. What was that? Come on, man. Open court, thank you very much. Don't know. I don't know when the next update's due out. Some people are already getting angry because they said it'd be the start of this week, and it's Tuesday now, so that's the start of this week's already gone. I can only assume, like, really they probably should have said middle of the week or late in the week, because it seems like they announce patches before they actually release them. I still feel like some of these shots really shouldn't be going out. Like, this is the problem. A lot of shots, like, I've already made 4 unforced errors. They need to fix goddamn double faults. What do you mean the AI making the double faults? Oh yeah, appreciate that. Are you Australian, or I'm just taking a wild guess there? Irish. Oh well. Oh yeah, Richardson. Yeah. Got a few Irish people that watch. Some of which have got real proper sort of Irish names that, yeah. Some I wouldn't even dare attempt to pronounce. Yeah, I don't mind the double fault so much. I just wish they'd make some unforced errors. Yeah, as far as I know, the Sony press conference starts in about 40 minutes or so. So I'll probably stream until that point because I want to see what Naughty Dog are going to show with The Last of Us. And then hopefully we see some more Spider-Man. I didn't bother watching the Ubisoft one. Not really that impressed with what they had to show, really, from what I've seen. The new Assassin's Creed doesn't look that much different from Assassin's Creed Origins. Personally, I think they should, leave like a 2 or 3 year gap between each Assassin's Creed. Maybe get a little bit more creative. Like it looks like it's got ships in it. like Black Flag had, so they'll probably draw some people in with that. Oh yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't see the Hitman presentation because I didn't watch the live stream. I ended up watching just the videos that were being uploaded. Tomb Raider looks a lot like Uncharted, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It looks like a knockoff of Uncharted. Stopped playing after the third one. Yeah, last one I played Black Flag, and then I didn't play Syndicate, Unity. I think there might have been one other one. But yeah, I played Origins, and I was like, it's alright, but it's still virtually the same thing. I didn't end up finishing Origins, I kind of got over it. I am interested in the crew, though. I didn't actually end up playing the first, the crew. But yeah, for me, it's mostly about The Last of Us Part 2, probably Days Gone, and Spider-Man. No, they haven't got online yet. It's meant to come out in the next patch, which is apparently coming out this week. But there's been no news on it yet, so don't really know if that's going to be a thing or not. So I'm playing on Legend at the moment, so I'm getting my ass kicked. The difference in class between Professional and Legend is just ridiculous. Yeah, I'd be the one 3 love up. Oh, you're not really gonna buy AO Tennis, are you? If you've ever been on one of my streams before, you'll know how I feel about AO Tennis. Next patch, I don't know when the next patch is coming out. Sometime this week, maybe. Haven't heard a thing though. Why do you keep saying shit? It's very Australian thing to do. Well, mostly. Yeah, Top Spin 4 is still the one to beat for me. One of the guys who loves AO Tennis thinks Top Spin 4 was shit though. Oh, what a waste. The wire joke. Alright. So one patch every week. No. Before the last patch came out, it was about a 2-week gap. Well, for the PS4 anyway. Stab guard. Well, this team doesn't really have anything to do with top spin, so I don't know if that's really going to happen. Is it me, or when the player winds a forearm, it looks slow-mo? Yeah, it probably does a little bit. It's the first MotoGP I've actually played, and I think the learning curve is quite steep because I absolutely struggled to control the bike. Like, turning was absolutely brutal, and I had all the assists on too. was pretty crazy. I mean, I bought it off the PlayStation Store, so it was pretty expensive at the time. I don't think it was part of the Days of Play sale because of E3 either, unfortunately. Ah! Favorite club as in what sport? Like football, or what are we talking about here? That's out. How many unforced errors am I made now? 15. Fantastic. Football. Okay. Manchester United. I've been following them ever since I played LMA Manager on the PlayStation 1 back in the late 90s. So essentially a video game is the reason why I started following them. I had no idea about their stature or... Oh! Oh, rugby league. Yeah, sorry, I thought you meant like footballers in soccer. I didn't think you meant rugby league. But yeah, I follow New South Wales. Because I'm from New South Wales, originally. But if you mean NRL, I follow the Cronulla Sharks. Yeah, I follow. Yeah, so yeah, follow. Yeah, Manchester United for that reason, because of that old video game. So were you saying you follow Real Madrid, or why did you say goddamn Real Madrid? New FIFA 18 demo. I've got FIFA 18 the game itself. I don't really. I'm not really fussed on the demo. FIFA 18 update added the World Cup tournament into the game, so that's probably why they've released a new demo, so that way people can play some of the some of that DLC if they want to buy the game, because it was a free update, so they have to buy the game. That's already in there. Oh wow. Yeah, well, Real Madrid's looking like losing both Ronaldo and Bale. But, I mean, obviously Real Madrid want Neymar, so if they sell both those players, they're probably going to get both. Probably going to get Neymar. Because I don't think PSG are going to want to sell Neymar for cheap. Especially they know how much Real Madrid can actually spend if they sell those two players. Shit. Yeah, when I saw the trailer, like obviously we haven't seen gameplay yet, but the trailer for FIFA 19, like when they showed the Champions League, I was like, oh, it's about time. So it's obviously going to have the Champions League, Europa League, and the UEFA Super Cup. Nah, there's no new patch yet. When there's a new patch, I'll put it in the title. Yep, got my ass kicked in that first set. Yeah, so I would say later in the week. Apparently they said start of the week, but yeah, it's Tuesday and haven't seen anything yet. Yeah, I don't know. Pro Evolution, yeah, they gave up the Champions League rights or the UEFA licensing. They gave up Borussia Dortmund, I should say. And I think they gave up one other license as well, so they really don't have a whole lot left. I've noticed they got David Beckham and a couple of other people, but I mean, like singular players and things like that, I don't think are going to be enough to really keep sales high for Pro Evolution. I'm willing to bet a lot of people who purely bought Pro Evolution for the Champions League are probably going to switch over to FIFA. No, I was just in. Compared to the last patch, there wasn't much difference in gameplay. It was just the racket and the ball. Oh wow. The AI actually made an unforced error. That has never happened. You've seen it here first. That is the first time they've ever made an unforced error that wasn't a double fault. Look at that, one. Oh, I don't believe it. That is a rare thing to see. But yeah, the only thing they really, like gameplay wise, that changed in the last patch was, yeah, the racket and the ball where they were like 2 or 3 feet apart. They now, the ball and the racket for the most part touch. Yeah, FIFA's got Serie A and I think Serie B as well, from what I've heard, for the first time in a couple of years. So yeah, FIFA's really coming to the party this year, and it sounds like they're going to have new commentary as well for the first time in a long time. Because I think they needed something other than just Martin Tyler and Alan Smith babbling on. Because I mean that's been the same for years. I'd be curious to see what kind of sort of new animations and all that sort of stuff are in there. Icardi go to Juventus. Like it's definitely better than like when it first released. Like there's still a long way to go in terms of patches though. Hey Adelino, what's going on? Surprised you're still awake. I had it in 2 to 3 matches in a row when I played it on Legend. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen it. Like I've never seen it on professional, so yeah, I'm playing on Legend, so maybe it. I think they've just got to tweak the scripting or the coding system or whatever they have to do, because like I feel like there should be, you know, not tons of unforced errors, but at least some to make it more believable. Yeah, no, it's all good. Dybala, Icardi, good. Yeah, I like Dybala. It'd be interesting to see if he stays at Juventus or not, because I know Real Madrid are interested, and I know Manchester United were interested at one point as well. Salah losing the first game. Is he going to be able to play the first game? Like, is he back to fitness yet, or what's the go? Yeah, like I prefer the gameplay in this to AO Tennis. Yeah, I probably won't play Pro Evolution. I'm just too invested in FIFA, and the fact that they've got the Champions League uh, again, like and not a separate game. Yeah, I'm just more of a fan of normal international soccer star pro games back in the day, back in the late '90s, before it changed to Pro Evolution Soccer. But yeah, like like I like some of the variety that Pro Evolution has, but yeah, I don't know, I just like FIFA more. He did not go to training yesterday. He may not play the second game too. Yeah, I remember Egypt saying he'd probably be out for 3 weeks after the Champions League came out. Sorry, after they finished the Champions League. Sorry, I'm getting confused on what I'm saying because I'm talking about the Champions League in terms of FIFA. Play PlayStation 5 2020. It won't be 2020. It'll be either 2021 or 2022, I'd imagine. Because I'm pretty sure they said at E3 it wouldn't be for another 3 years at least. I think they said 3 or 4 years away. I've given Pro Evolution time, but I just like in some ways it feels sluggish to me. Yeah, I expect to see GTA 6. Yeah, I think uh I don't know. To me, I like the feel of FIFA over Pro Evolution. Like to me, Pro Evolution feels a bit slow, but I don't know. It's personal like they might not survive after this year because I feel like their sales are going to drop quite significantly just because of the Champions League going for the first time in 10 years. That was probably a big selling point for them. GTA 6. I expect to see GTA 6 probably next year's E3, most likely. Because we'll probably see GTA 6, like, whatever year the next consoles are coming out, it'll probably come out just before that. Because then they'll probably do like a remastered version so that they can make all the money out of the final run of the last gen and then, you know, make a ton more money on the next gen. That's what I think they'll do. I think they'll do exactly what they did with the end of the PS3, Xbox 360 era, and then do the same thing as what they did with the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. I'm willing to bet a lot of PC users will hope that it comes out at the same time. Hope to add a female assassin. I'm guessing you're talking about Assassin's Creed. I don't know if I'm gonna I don't know if I'm gonna get that or not. Ah. Yeah, personally, I feel like I feel like Pro Evolution should be cheaper than what it is. I think it should be a lot cheaper than what FIFA is, because I don't feel they have enough to offer in terms of okay, female figure in Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I feel like Pro Evolution needs to lower their price, but I don't know. Konami are probably struggling financially after absolutely bombing on the last Metal Gear Solid after Kojima left. Yeah, I'm guessing that's on PC because I've never played it on PC. I only played it on console. Pro Evolution is going to stop production after 2020. Is that a guess or? To be honest, if they start to struggle financially, that wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, Konami's already probably having a hard time after Metal Gear Solid probably bombed. Guess and hope. Yeah, probably not going to make as much money with Pro Evolution though. I just don't think it should be as expensive as what it is. It's just too expensive for me. They need to lower the price. Cause I mean, FIFA comes out at $79 in Australia, and it comes out at, what is it? It comes out at either 89 or $99 in Australia for Pro Evolution. So it comes out $10 or $20 more every single time. I don't see the benefit. Yeah, so once I've finished this game, I'll jump off because I wanna try and watch the live stream for the Sony press conference. Yeah, yeah. Like I know you absolutely love Pro Evolution, but like I think I'll always be FIFA. Just like I said, price point is key as well. I just feel like you get more value for money out of FIFA being $20 cheaper, or 10 or $20 cheaper. That's just personal preference though. Like I gave Pro Evolution a go a while back, but yeah, just I didn't get the same feel for it as what I do with FIFA. That's just how I feel. Like I'm not saying it's a bad game or anything. Yeah, it's just personal preference in the end. Someone may not agree with you. Yeah, no, I like, ah, shit. Absolutely on Struggle Street here. Oh, well, at least conference. Because I don't want to be doing it while the press conference is on and then have something spoiled for me. Ah. Oh, I need a drink. Must be quite late for you guys. What's the time there? Adelino and Pampos. Oh, well, at least I won a game on each. Oh, shit. Uh, no idea. From what I remember last week, they said there'd be another one at the end of this week. That's about all I know. I haven't really been on Planet Cricket to see anything of the new what they're planning with the next one, so I've got no idea what's going to be in it. God, Jesus. Yeah, I was up till 4 a.m. so that wasn't ideal. It's like nearly 11 a.m. As far as I know, they haven't. From what I've seen, that they haven't even mentioned working on sounds. So I wouldn't expect to hear new racket sounds. I wouldn't expect to hear a new net sound. Yeah, I think the sounds thing is. I don't think that's happening. I don't know when they're planning to, because I don't think they've realised that there's a massive glitch where the crowd is cheering prematurely and then just going dead quiet when a point actually ends, which is really annoying. Yeah, it's yeah, nearly 11 o'clock for me. AM.
15, 30.
Ah.
15, 10.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like I want them to work on player movement and fixing the AI, because the AI is just ridiculous. Because something someone said to me last night in a comment was that one thing that needs to be fixed is, like, you might be playing on Legend, but you're playing a really bad player. Like, your rating might be a hell of a lot better than theirs, and they still play like they're Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal, and it's just unrealistic. Because his point was a low-rated player should still play
15, 7.
like a low-rated player. They shouldn't play like they're world number one. But I don't know if Big Ant can do that sort of individualization, which was my point to him when I was replying. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's always going to be sort of like a group together thing where either everyone's shit or everyone's, you know, world number one, basically. Which is a bit, bit rubbish, but you know, what do you do? Anyway, gonna jump off. Gonna catch the Sony press conference. I may come back afterwards. Just depends. But yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I don't know how long the Sony press conference is for. New line judge voices. I'm guessing you mean for AO Tennis. I don't know. They have not mentioned anything about sound. AO Tennis, well, by a mile. I don't think so. I do not think so. There's so much, like, I don't think a lot of people realize that AO Tennis is, yeah, no worries. Hope you sleep well. I don't think a lot of people realize that, you know, that AO Tennis has been out for 5 months and Tennis World Tour is it's only been out for a couple of weeks, and gameplay is already better than AO Tennis, even though it's still got a lot of issues, which says a lot, really. Um, I'm curious to see what people think once Tennis World Tour gets further updated and it fixes a lot of its issues. Because I'm curious to see how many people who have bagged Tennis World Tour who actually go the other way and say, "Oh shit, this is great." Personally, the gameplay is just awful. It's just it's a whole lot of left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. The AI doesn't change. The AI doesn't do anything different. I know the developers have talked about doing something different with the AI, but I don't know how long that'll take to do. Because each time they've done something with the AI, they've made it worse. That's that's just personal opinion, but like I've been playing the game for 5 months, so there's a lot of things that I feel like they could change in the game, but they just haven't. So like fair enough if you enjoy playing it and all that sort of stuff. Like it's, you know, yeah, like ball physics is one of the big things in the game, and it's a lot of weird animations and uh, a lot of jerky movement. Uh, yeah, like if they could change a few things in AO Tennis, I'd happily give a better opinion of it. Yeah, that's just creative players. They're not licensed. I think people put too much focus on the customization. Customization isn't everything. Like I get the fact that they've got the ability for people to create all the players and stadiums and things like that, but if your gameplay's not on point, it's not really going to matter that much. Like they've only got to do a few things to actually impress me finally, but they keep avoiding it. So because player movement, the way the ball sort of maneuvers around, and then the AI. If they fix those couple of things, it'd probably be a hell of a lot better. Gameplay is not fine, trust me. It is not fine. It is like if you play on a low difficulty, it's probably okay. But if you bump it up to like even on pro, it's just ridiculous at times. The way like if you play on veteran or legend, if you manage to reach your shots and things like that, your rallies are going to be on average between 12 and 15 shots every single rally, with the occasional rally that ends after a shot or two. But for the most part, you're just going to be ball bashing. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Just about to head off because I want to catch the Sony E3 press conference. Because yeah, I wasn't going to miss that. I think it's about to start. I think it's like a couple of minutes away, or it may have already started. I don't know. Ha! Yeah, it's like ping pong. I think it seemed better when what do you mean? AO Tennis. When it first came out in January, it was dreadful. I really need to do an updated like a video on uh what is it? I need to do a comparison video of what AO Tennis was like in January compared to what Tennis World Tour was a couple of weeks ago. I think a lot of people would see it as a bit of an eye opener. I should really look into doing that because I think a lot of people would see that. Like, I think more people would see the point I try and make about like the evolution, or apparent evolution. Yeah, like with the rallies, it's down to the AI. Because like you might pull off a lot of reasonable shots, but the AI will just almost always get to those shots unless you work them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then eventually put them at a point with the time one. It just depends. Yeah, and an Australian reviewed AO Tennis, and yeah, he wasn't a fan, and he actually liked Ashes cricket from Big Ant as well. So like it was reviewed back in when was it? It was reviewed back in January. So and apparently Ross, the CEO, wanted them to review it again, but they pretty much said no. When is the next patch? It's meant to be out this week. I don't know when exactly. Yeah, yeah. I really should make that video because like yeah. I mean, I've, I've got the footage to put together to do like a comparison thing. So I might have to do that today or tomorrow. Anyway, gonna wrap it up there. If anyone wants to, yeah, wants to follow up, AL Test 2 would be 5.5. Oh man, if you played the January version, holy shit. You would be you'd feel the same way I do, I feel. I think a lot of people would feel how I feel if they played the game in January. Like it in my opinion it hasn't impaired my view on how the game is now. It's just a lot of things from January are still there. So that's why I have a lot of issues with the game because there's a lot of things that were present in the January release that are still there 5 months later that really should have been sorted out. So that's why I feel the way I do, and I think a lot of people don't really fully grasp that. But anyway, yeah, I'll sort that video out. I'll probably do that today or tomorrow, and hopefully people can get a better understanding of what both were like at launch. Update 19th of June. Have they announced that? Have they? I know the Switch version comes out on the 19th, but that's a bit rough if they're leaving the PS4 and the Xbox until the 19th, considering they said there'd be another patch this week for online and assumedly some more gameplay improvements. If they're making everyone wait another week, that's a bit ridiculous. Because I mean the Xbox One users didn't even get the last patch. Haven't seen them mention anything about further creation ability. So yeah, that's anyone's guess. Like the only thing I've heard is that online was due out this week. They haven't mentioned anything about what would be in the next patch. They just said online. Yeah, I think it'll be like probably same time as last week, maybe Thursday, Friday. Hopefully it's at a decent hour where I'm still awake, because that was convenient last week where it came out at like 6 or 7 p.m. my time instead of like 2:33 a.m. like the first patch. But anyway, gonna wrap it up there. If anyone wants to ask me anything else or whatever, just yeah, follow me on Twitter, and yeah, just I'll try and I was meant to stream like 4 hours ago, but I ended up doing it like 3 hours late. So yeah, so yeah, I'll catch you guys maybe some of you guys maybe after the Sony conference. Nah, I feel the opposite. You can have enjoyable rallies in tennis world tour. You can't have that in AO tennis. AO tennis is just a slog. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you know, I don't know. each to their own, I guess. That's just how I feel, and a lot of other people feel the same way. Yeah, that's a reason why they need to add a few more creation options. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna head off. Otherwise, I'm never gonna be able to watch the what's the Sony conference. I've been talking for too long. Catch you guys later.